I want to show off the gas grill that I rebuilt over the summer. So I got this off Craigslist for $100, and originally it was $2,300. So it's got a marble top, side burner, bunch of drawers with magnetic latches, and a bunch of burners. So I had to buy a rotisserie here for the side. So it's worked out pretty good. It's got this infrared burner that uses ceramic plates, and I had to buy new ceramic plates and some special ceramic caulk that can withstand 2,000 degrees of heat. So I had to rebuild both of these ceramic burners. I converted it from propane to natural gas, so I had to drill out all the orifices, and I bought new plates here. Obviously it's been used, so they're not new anymore, but new plates, heat plates. The burner tubes were pretty good, but I did have to buy the little crossover pieces to carry the flame from one burner to the other. And I had to buy a new spark igniter here. I also learned how to weld, arc weld stainless steel. So I bought stainless steel arc weld rods and a small little inverter welder from Harbor Freight, because there was a variety of things that were broken, hinges and things that needed to be welded back together. So you can see some of the welding on the side here for the slide rail. They originally spot welded it and ground all the welds down, but I just arc welded it, so kind of left with a little beauty mark there on the side. It turned out pretty good. All the hinges work good. The slider here, that's where the propane tank goes, but I don't need it in this case. Drawer, another cabinet. I plumbed it into my natural gas, so I did convert it a little bit here, and used construction approved natural gas hose here. So I just have a variety of adapters, and I'm supplying it with a 50-foot hose here. It's about a half psi that I coil here on the ground from the natural gas supply that I have outside the house. So I've got a 1/2-inch line from the gas meter through a 3/4-inch valve here. So the ball in the 3/4-inch valve is actually a 1/2 inch in diameter. So I have a full bore 1/2 inch line all the way from the gas meter through this approved connector here and through my hose to the gas grill. So I basically have an endless supply of natural gas. So I'll light up the burner here and turn the knobs on and hit the sparker. I don't know if you can see the flame or not, but you can see that the infrared burner is going here. I had to replace the thermocouple here, so you have to hold this knob in and hit the igniter, and once that one lights, you have to wait for it to heat up for that thermocouple to generate enough voltage to hold the magnetic valve open. There's a electromagnet on this valve that keeps it open, and if this goes out, thermocouple cools down, voltage drops, and then this valve pops off. So there you can see I've got 3 of the burners going. I'm going to turn on the 2 main burners and pop them, and you can hear those fire up. So can't really see them very good, but let's turn this 3rd one on. You can see it lit pretty quick. The gas flows through that little tube back here, and I'll turn the last one on. There it goes. So that's the last one. So it kicks out a lot of heat. Those searing burners are really good for steaks because it puts out a ton of infrared heat. I can only keep my hand there for like a second, so it sears the outside of the steaks really good. And I've used this with the rotisserie a couple times. It works really good to sear like rotary meats, chickens and things. I'll show you the spit. So here are the forks that go on this spit. It's quite large. It's almost as big as my pinky, so it's really long. So that fits in there and rotates around. And I've done a couple things on it. So you can't use this to cook it the whole time because it'll get it too burnt, too done. So you need to just use that to sear the outside as you're rotating it, and then use the burners down below to continue to cook it slowly until it's done. So anyway, that's my summer project.